Hello, LinkedIn gents. It is Diogène Tirandekura, and it is the second episode of the consulting DNA series. And in this episode, I would like to talk to you about the different types of information technology consultant that you will meet in an ERP implementation. So the first type that you will meet is the functional consultant, and by functional consultant we are talking about business functions, and a business function is basically any department in a company. So you have the purchasing, you have the sales, you have inventory management, you have finance, human resources, etc. So basically, functional consultant most of the time they have extensive business knowledge, and they also have extensive ERP knowledge. I wanted to say technical knowledge, but not necessarily, meaning that yes, the knowledge of an ERP is technical per se, but they are not programmers, or they are just people that can do configuration. However, I'm sure you will tell me there are some people that are technical and functional. But for the functional consultant, his main function is to make the link between the business requirements, because he understands the business processes and he can understand the client's real needs, and he translates them into technical solution and parameters that he will put in the system, and also specifications that he will give to a technical consultant. This leads me to the second type of IT consultant that you will meet in an ERP implementation, which is the technical consultant. And within the technical consultant, I separate both the technical consultant for the back end of the system and those of the front end of the system. So basically, in the back end, you have people that can code and write programs, and they enable the ERP to run the data, and the operations of the ERP can run thanks to the program that they are coding. And one thing I would like to say as well is that the programming that they do is only what is needed beyond what is provided by the ERP in a standard way. Then you also have the front end technical consultant, which is mostly working on the user interface of the solution, and the user experience. They are very key right now, because user experience has gained so much importance in the industry. The third type of consultant is the what I call the infrastructure consultant. Basically, what I am referring to is the consultant that take care about the networking, the database administrators, and so it's the people that take care about the servers. How can the servers be accessible? Is there enough performance within the server? They take care about all that kind of things. And I also put inside the infrastructure consultant the security consultant, meaning the consultant that take care about the access of people to certain systems, or certain transactions and modules within an ERP. The fact that I have put security consultant into that can be debatable. But yeah, I have just put them into that category. The fourth category is a combination of the first three. Is an architect or integration type of consultant. So basically, most of the time you will find in an ERP project one team or a few people that are tasked with understanding how all the components go together, and usually they have extensive experience and extensive knowledge about the system and about its technical complexities. And they are very important because they make the whole architects are very important because they make the whole project tick, the whole solution tick. And then, last but not least, the project managers, because I'm talking about ERP implementation project. You will always have one project manager. You can have one project managers and many team leads as well. But those team leads are most of the time also doing project management tasks. So basically, a project manager is like any project manager in an IT implementation, is doing tasks like the budgeting, the planning, um, assigning resources, taking care of all the stakeholders of the project, etc. So they do basically a project management task. But it is very important for a project manager in an ERP implementation to understand what is supposed to happen on the different phases of an ERP implementation. You don't necessarily need, as a project manager, to know the details of the solution, but you need to be familiar with the complexity of the solution. This puts you in the best position to know if your first, if your team is doing great work, and to talk with sufficient knowledge and credibility to your client. So yeah, that's it. So these are the 5 types of information technology consultant that you find in an ERP implementation. So I will just repeat it. So we have the functional consultant, we have the technical consultant, we have the infrastructure consultant, we have the architect, and we have the project managers. So thank you. This was the second episode of the Consulting DNA series, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just leave some comments, and leave some remark or some questions if you agree or disagree with what I said. And see you soon.